What's up, everybody watching? So I just got in from another night of epic Pokemon hunting playing the new mobile sensation video game Pokemon Go. And I decided it was time to discuss this game and do an official review on it. It's got a lot of positives to it. I mean, there's a few negatives. And I think I'm going to start out with the negatives first. Get that shit out of the way so we can end on a positive note. The biggest complaint that I have with Pokemon Go so far is the GPS servers. The GPS and the servers going down is very frustrating. There are times when you will get sent to a certain location, the GPS will bug out or the servers will go down completely, and this can be very frustrating to people who aren't as devoted to the game as the hardcore fans. I think this is an issue that needs to be fixed, and immediately. I know it is being worked on, but the sooner the better, because this discourages new players from playing this game and will have people playing the game who just get frustrated, put it down. There were certain times when I was sent to Pokestops to collect Pokeballs, revives, berries, etc., all that fun stuff, where I would be directly standing on the point and I would not be receiving any Pokeballs. My GPS would show me off in the distance or off to the side or very close to being able to click to receive the Pokeballs. It is very frustrating. I worked this out by walking, I would say, a number of yards in the opposite direction, and eventually I would get the Pokeballs, but it would be way off from the initial location where it was stated that you have to go originally get the Pokeballs. GPS also bugs out sometimes when you are trying to hunt down Pokemon. Like when it has the 3 steps or the 2 steps, it doesn't give you a clear direction of where to go to get them. I think once the GPS is fixed with this game, it will be way better than it already is. Hopefully, they get on that really quickly. That is my biggest complaint about this game so far, and really the only complaint so far. The biggest positive, I think, so far of this game is the interaction that takes place amongst the people you see out in the world playing the game as well. You'll be walking, you'll be at your Pokestops, you'll be in a park hunting for Pokemon, or a town square. I've seen it in shopping plazas with tons of people just walking around the town. And when you see other players playing the game, it is a great conversation starter. Normally, you don't really see too many people stopping on the street to talk to other people. But being able to stop, compare Pokemon, share stop locations, it is absolutely great. It brings people together, and I'm glad there's finally a game out there that does that. You don't see any division amongst anyone who's playing the game. Everyone seems to get along. That is an enormous positive for this game. If you need to get out and need to interact with people, this is a great way to do it. I have been lacking in doing that, and in the past week since this game has been out, I've met so many new people. It's just a great experience. On top of that, another very positive experience I have with this game is playing it with my girlfriend. She does not play video games at all. She's a very active person and likes to be out more, doesn't like to spend too much time on the computer. So getting her to play this game was a huge step, and I was really hoping she would like the video game. She has turned out to be nearly as hooked as me. She plays it at work sometimes, and then at night, when I go out Pokemon hunting, she comes with me. It is a great way to bring us together and give us activities to do together that are very fun while interacting with other people. I like how the game also sends you to many different historical locations. That's very fun to basically go around and see different locations in your area that you never really knew were there. You might have known them, you might have driven past them 100 times over, but being able to stop, walk around, get exercise in the process is a huge positive, along with interacting with other people. The game has been an absolute pleasure to play so far. I hope it continues to be a pleasure to play. And you know what's even funnier? I laugh about this too. I have seen multiple police officers playing this game too. It almost brings communities together. I almost want to say it brings communities together. I had an instance where I was walking around, and one of the locations that happened to be a Pokestop was a bank. It is 9 o'clock at night. You don't go in bank parking lots in the back to collect Pokeballs in the middle of the night. So I'm walking in the back. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna bolt in the back. We're gonna collect the Pokeballs. So I'm walking in the back to collect the Pokeballs, and all of a sudden a cop car zooms right in. I'm just sitting there like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to explain this. So what happens next is absolutely hilarious. The police officer gets out of his car, boop 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 boop, knocks the Pokeballs, gives me one of these, and just goes. I loved how that played out. It was like, I took your Pokeballs. It's nice to see them not messing with you for doing things like this. It's just great. I had an experience where I was in a park after dark, and I had an officer also come to the park, and again I'm like, great, I'm gonna have to go home. I'm having a blast playing this. This is an area where there's a whole bunch of new Pokemon, and I want to catch them. I don't want to go home. And this isn't a ridiculous thing. It's like 11 o'clock at night when I was doing this. It was great when the officer came over to me, and the first thing he asks me was, you catch anything good? This started probably a 30-40 minute conversation I had with a police officer asking me to explain to him about Pokemon Go and where I think this game is going to go. They have a bet going at the police station in our town for who is going to catch certain Pokemon first. It's so nice to see that. The police just have been great when it comes to this. I'm sure this has been ridiculous. Their job must be crazy, because there's certain times with this game where you have to think to yourself, damn, am I going to end up getting arrested playing this game? I, obviously, Pikachu fan. Who would have ever guessed, right? I've been trying to get a Pikachu the entire time I've been playing this damn game, and Pikachu just seems to evade me. The other night, I'm playing this game. This is where the arresting part comes in. We have fenced-in yards around where I live. So, I'm 1 or 2 steps away from the Pikachu. Kept going back and forth. Problem is, I came to the conclusion that in order to get that Pikachu, I was going to have to hop my neighbor's fence at around 2 o'clock in the morning. That's pushing it a little bit. I was like, they're going to end up getting hit for trespassing trying to get a Pikachu. And that's just something I'm not trying to explain anytime soon. And that's minor compared to some of the other crazy things people are doing. I've seen accidents on the road over it. This was stuff on the news. When I'm driving in the car, you see multiple cars pulled over on the side of the road collecting Pokemon. I don't do that because I don't like to mess around when I'm driving. I'm more willing to screw around when I'm on foot. But you'll know what they're doing because you'll drive by and you'll see the leaves pop up. You know there's a good Pokemon there, and then you'll see the cars fly over to the side of the road, and you're just like, oh man, people, you shouldn't be fucking with Pokemon Go when you're driving. I understand the temptation, but that's something you have to resist, playing Pokemon Go when you're driving. This game has been an absolute crazy experience. I've also seen players who are trying to join and take over gyms. I have not joined or taken over a gym, but I've watched other players do it. And I guess this is a minimal complaint. Like I said, don't want to end on a complaint, but this is a small one. It's not the typical RPG style we expect from playing like a Pokemon on Game Boy. It's more of a button mashing style of fight, which it doesn't look like it's terrible, but I would have preferred they give us the old school RPG style Pokemon for the battles. I like the idea of grouping up in gyms with your friends. I have met many people who I will continue to talk to throughout the course of playing this game, I believe, who are all trying to get you to all join their gym so we can take over the gym. It's just so much fun. The interaction is what really makes this game. It absolutely fantastic way to get people out, get people exercising. On top of that, I've done probably 20 miles of walking since I had this game. I desperately have been wanting to get in shape, and this game is a great way to do it while keeping it entertaining and seeing locations that you normally wouldn't see just going for a regular walk around town. You have to actually drive to locations, scout out the locations to find the Pokemon, to find the Pokeballs. It's just a great way to get out, have a little bit of fun, meet new people. Excellent gaming experience. I would highly recommend downloading it. They just need to fix those goddamn GPS issues. When I have my GPS bugging out and somebody else on their phone next to me is able to collect something in the same spot, it is very frustrating. I don't know if it has to do with phones. I do play on a Samsung Galaxy S6, and one thing I've noticed is older phones seem to do better with this. It's a little crazy. I'm not sure why, but I have a lot of faith the GPS issues will be fixed. This game will continue to be something down the road. I am 100% sure they're going to have to add new Pokemon in the game since it's such a huge sensation. I expect new ones down the line. In the meantime, I'm going to try and catch them all, and especially that goddamn Pikachu who keeps evading me. I'm going to get you, Pikachu. Sooner or later. Can't evade me forever. That was a message just in case Pikachu was watching this. I'm coming for you. Guys, hope you enjoyed this little review of this mobile sensation, Pokemon Go. I would highly suggest getting it if you're looking to interact and get out with people and have a good time. And get some exercise on top of it. This is a game that's not necessarily for just gamers. Great experience, all in all. Just correct the damn issues that are there at this point in time. I'm going to try and get some gameplay videos up about this. We'll see how that goes because I'm unsure about how Nintendo handles things with copyright policy. We'll have to see how it goes. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, I don't know, discussion/review about Pokemon Go. I'd like to hear some of your experiences in Pokemon Go. Which Pokemon you have caught? What is the best one you've caught so far? Just let me know what you guys are thinking about this game and whether you're playing it. Great talk, guys. Have a good day or night wherever you are. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy Pokemon Go.